Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Victoria Liang. She is empowering people who struggle with shame and codependency to seek inner healing and practice more self-love and care. She's extremely compassionate and dedicated to women, seeking to make a difference in people's lives and in the world. So I'm extremely excited to be able to share a conversation with you guys today and really, add some value to your life. Thank you so much, Victoria. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much, Bryce. And I so appreciate this opportunity to be a part of this first interview with you. And I'm ready for any questions you have for me.
Nice. Yeah, I'm extremely honored that you did your first interview on this show. So it's really, it's going to be pretty fun. I'm super excited. So what was life like before you got into coaching and what really brings you into this field?
Yeah, so good question. So, like I said, as I, help people with shame and codependency, I've dealt with it myself and kind of like living what my parents or what the world tells me I need to be, go to college, get a 9 to 5 job, be successful, live the life, American dream. But I tried it and I did work a few jobs. I was a teacher and I didn't really feel as much value in what I was doing. I got paid like minimum, like barely minimum wage. And I just felt kind of stuck. Like I didn't feel fulfilled. I felt burnt out all the time working. And I like teaching and I like the students, but I realized that I'm only teaching them stuff, but I'm not actually seeing the transformation, like actually supporting them and helping them to apply the things that they're learning. So I was like, and then later on, as I was teaching, I came across a certification called Health Coach Institute, where they certify a dual certification as a health and life coach. And that opened like a whole door of opportunities for me when I started that program and got certified, and then got inspired by all this other entrepreneurs and this whole new world of entrepreneurship. I've always been kind of entrepreneur spirit, but I never thought I could actually do it. I always wanted to start my own business, but I didn't know how. I always wanted to, I'm very creative and I'd like to do something new, but I didn't know if I could. A lot of stuff was stopping me, like voices, saying I wasn't enough, I wasn't worthy, or this is not what, success is supposed to be like. And so it's not stable, it's risky, whatever. So I remember just feeling caught up with all these voices. One day, once I finally got certified, I went to this health and life coaching conference where I met a bunch of other entrepreneurs and owners and people like me who was trying to figure out what their life calling and fulfillment is in their life. And I do fully believe that you can use your story and and as that you can use your story to impact people and make a difference. And so I was like, what kind of story do I have? And it took me a while to figure it out. But later, after I went to the coaching conference, they encouraged everyone to own your own life, or own your own magic, and just stop letting like naysayers or like dream hackers, people who are going to say no, you can't do it, and just like really trust your intuition and just go for what you want. And for some reason, like I did this I do a sequence that I help my clients as well, as like just trusting your intuition. I never knew how to trust myself, and so how to trust your intuition and what you really want, and just going for it and taking those steps. So I remember deciding between quitting my job and going full time in my business, or staying in my job and trying to do my business, trying to do everything else that I love. And I just felt so overwhelmed and so unfulfilled and so burnt out by doing everything at once. By just focusing on a few things that I really love to do, which is music. I'm a musician as well on the side, as well as like a business owner. So just doing all of that and making time for that. And I decided to quit my job, like a big risk to quit my job and then just start launching my business like by scratch. And it's been a huge journey. And I'm just so excited. I'm living my dream life now, like getting interviews with you, like having people reach out to me, just, making as much as I want to make, and, just feeling like I can be my own boss, having freedom to work from home during the quarantine, especially just not having to drive and commute anywhere. And it's just been awesome, like waking up every morning and not having to feel stressed in the morning, like
Yeah.
having to go and drive to work and do the rules and follow everybody else's rules from the organization. And I get to just be my own boss and be work with the people I want to work with, the clients I want to work with, and also, yeah, just um, yeah, it's just been awesome being where I am today, and I'm really grateful for God and just for like how He's let everything kind of come together to where I am today. It took a lot of faith, it took a lot of risk, but I'm just so glad that now, as a founder and certified health and life coach, and helping people literally where I used to be, and like giving them hope and healing, and helping them transform to have the health and life they want. Because my health, my self love, my self care struggles so hard, and it wasn't until I started my own health and life coaching journey through practicing a lot for my certification, working with other coaches, coaching me, being coached, that I really learned a lot about myself. So I can use all these tools and resources now under my belt to like help people and help myself to practice more self-love and care, so that, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If
Mhm.
you can't even love yourself or take care of yourself, it literally impacts every area of your life and how you show up in the world and for other people. um, so I've definitely seen it in my life, so I just want to help other people better love and take care of themselves, because for those givers out there like me, codependent, we love to outgive, sometimes giving too much, and that's kind of like a pain point for us. It's like we give too much and we get burnt out, and we never actually feel satisfied in life. So I want to help people have more of a balance of loving yourself, and but then doing what you're called to do, as well as being there for your loved ones and loving yourself and showing up for yourself and putting them as a priority for once, instead of everybody else needs and
Mhm.
wants and what they want for you.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's really cool. I like there's a lot in there, a lot of cool places to actually pivot off of in there. What are hmm, interesting. So you kind of had this time to kind of reflect, especially now, in this kind of slowdown. What are some like either key lessons that you've taken out of or some key observations that you made?
Yeah, just biggest thing is just not letting people stop you from living the life that you're called to live. People are going to be discontent and tell you what to do. There's going to be a lot of people suggesting you things, and it's really up to you. To your mindset really has to change. There's a lot of mental shifts I had to make to even be where I am today. It took like overcoming the shame that I was feeling of that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, and that I need to stay small, or like that codependency of like needing to please everybody, make everybody happy. I can't do that. So I think just like biggest things, overcoming that shame and codependency slowly. And slowly like standing up for myself for what it is that I really want to do in my life. And so that's the biggest thing for me. And never never think that you can't do it. It's like really like your mindset. If you don't think you can do it, you'll never do it. But if you start thinking you can do it, you will do it. So kind of what you think is what you become, and how you live your life. So your thoughts lead to your actions. So the biggest thing was changing my thinking and mindset. So I'm also kind of like a mindset shifting coach, where I help people shift their mindset into a negative state into a positive state, that we have that control over that, even though we don't have control over what happens to us. Like when I was younger, yeah, I got a lot of trauma and bad things happen, but it's how you respond to that trauma and what happened to you. Instead of internalizing like it's your fault, it's not your fault, and just realizing that your thoughts and your actions are really what you're responsible for. No, it's like Steve Harvey would say, it's like 10% of what happens to you, but 90% how you respond and how you deal with what happened to you.
Mhm.
And I think that's just like the biggest thing I've learned, is overcoming the past pain and using that for good, you know using it, helping people with that. Like that my brokenness is like actually my biggest strength, to help people in this world. So
You know, so I guess let's kind of switching gears, right? what does the vision look like? You know, either 1 year, 5 year, however far down in the future you would like to go. What does the vision look like?
Yeah, I just want to continue to grow and expand and help more people, and more clients. I love the practice clients and the one-on-one relationship I get to build with my clients and helping them with mindset shifting, or whether that is health, losing weight, starting to exercise, maybe launching their own business. And I want to grow it to maybe start an online course. So instead of just doing private coaching, I want to maybe create an online course where everything that I know, every wisdom that I can put in one school or platform, and then share that with the world. And hopefully, scale up and grow my business, and and just help more people. Mhm.
Nice. So, what does success mean to you?
Yeah, I've definitely had to battle this for a while. Like I just started, has been like almost a year since I've been launching my business. And, I'm not no 6-figure, 7-figure coach yet,
Mhm.
So what does that mean? Am I not successful? I had to really ask myself this question. And what I realized is that, to me, like I read this podcast by somebody about redefining success, and it helped me to remember that my success is not just in how much I make and my numbers that I make. And if I get caught up in numbers and I'm not making enough, I'm gonna feel like a failure, right? And one of my coaches that I learned from is there's no such thing as failures, just feedback. And so how can I see it as, like, if I'm not there yet, how can I continue to grow and get feedback to get there one day? And so for me, it's just like helping people and like learning and growing in the process, and just like making a difference is the biggest thing. Like, how many more people can I just coach and help instead of worrying about how much I'm making? Of course, like naturally the flow of money will come if you just think about serving people and you think about helping and making a difference. And
Mhm.
so, and it's all about worth too. Like, how much do I feel like, not how much I'm worthy, but how much that like my coaching program and like what I do is like the worth of that and the value of that, and how much am I, um, gonna price it.
Yeah.
So, so I had to really think about that. Like, my worth is not in how much I charged, but it's in how much value and how much worth of the program itself that it can help it transform inner and outer, like inner and outer transformation of people. That's like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah. Like how do you price saving someone from getting a divorce? How do you price, it's like it's invaluable. So I think it's really cool that you're able to kind of think about that. You know, how can people either learn more about you, or where can they go to find out more about you?
Yeah, so I have a website called voiceofhealthandwellness.com where you can learn more about me, my story, my services, and stuff like that, my programs. And you can book a free clarity call with me just to see if we're a good fit and if I can help you in whatever health and life goals you have. And as well as I just also launched a book called, I have an ebook that I wrote called Breaking Free from Shame and Codependency and Finding Inner Healing. So that's also, if you go to the website, you can put in your email information and I can send you a free copy of my ebook to get even more value about just my whole story of overcoming and how I've overcome shame and codependency through therapy and different books and stuff like that I've referenced. And then and just being able to also seek value for yourself and see where are you in that story, and how can what I've learned can you apply into your life.
Excellent. Excellent. I really appreciate your time today, and really thank you for coming on the show and really helping provide some value today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Great to be here today, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Excellent. You too. And for those of you watching, we thoroughly hope that we provided some great value for today. And, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to go and join a community where people are improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go check out our community. There's going to be a link either above or below the video. Basically, it's a mastermind group where we're all coming together and uplifting each other and supporting each other, because we are the average of the people that we spend our time with. So if you've been looking for a place to be positive and to enhance your mindset, I recommend you go and check out the links either above or below the videos. Now, Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some benefit as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon, and we'll see you later. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.